Welcome to the ultimate guide on the Australian 10-cent coin, and what makes some of these everyday pieces potentially worth much more than their face value. In this video, we'll explore everything you need to know, from history, design, minting, and rarity, to spotting key features that coin collectors look for. The Australian 10-cent coin was first introduced in 1966, the year Australia moved from the imperial pound system to decimal currency. It replaced the shilling and maintained a similar size and utility. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll see the lyrebird, a beautifully detailed and native Australian bird with ornate tail feathers designed by Stuart Devlin, the official goldsmith to Queen Elizabeth II. The obverse, the side with the Queen, has changed over the years to reflect different portraits of Queen Elizabeth II created by four main designers: Arnold Machin, 1966-1984, Raphael Makhlouf, 1985-1998, Ian Rank Broadley, 1999-2018, and Jody Clark, 2019 onwards. These portrait changes are not only useful in dating coins, but also contribute to variations that collectors track. Now let's talk about mintage, the number of coins produced in a given year. This is one of the most crucial factors when assessing a coin's potential value. A high mintage year, such as 2006 or 2015, when over 100 million 10-cent coins were minted, usually means the coins are common and unlikely to hold extra value. But in contrast, years with low mintage, like 2011 with only 1.7 million coins, can be quite valuable if the coins are well preserved. Other rare years include 1985, when circulation coins were scarce, and 1991, which had no standard circulation coins and was only available in mint sets. These low numbers mean that surviving coins in good condition can be worth significantly more than face value to the right buyer or collector. Condition is another key factor. Coin collectors use a grading system to determine quality: poor, P; fair, fine, F; very fine, VF; extremely fine, EF; about uncirculated, AU; and uncirculated, UNC. An uncirculated coin from a low mintage year, especially if stored properly with no scratches or signs of wear, can fetch several dollars or even tens of dollars depending on demand. On the other hand, even a rare coin in poor condition may not attract much attention. That's why presentation and preservation are so important. Next, we have to talk about error coins, perhaps the most exciting part of coin collecting. These are coins with minting mistakes that slipped through quality control and entered circulation. Because they are unexpected and often unique, collectors will pay a premium for certain types of errors. Look out for double strikes where the coin was stamped twice, or off-center strikes where the image is misaligned. Other errors include die cracks, which appear as raised lines across the coin due to a damaged die, and clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin's metal is missing. Even small cud errors, blobs of metal that form when a part of the die breaks off, can significantly increase a coin's value. These coins can sometimes be worth $20, $50, or more, depending on how prominent and rare the error is. But to find these kinds of coins, you'll need the right tools. A jeweler's loupe or a magnifying glass helps in spotting small details and errors. A digital scale can confirm if the coin is the correct weight. Any significant deviation might indicate an error or fake. Gloves are important for handling uncirculated coins to avoid fingerprints, and plastic sleeves or holders will help you store and protect your finds. Additionally, a coin catalog or mobile app can help you look up specific years, mintage numbers, and current market values. So to summarize Part 1, the value of an Australian 10-cent coin is determined primarily by four things: the year and its mintage number, the condition or grade of the coin, whether the coin has any unique minting errors, and finally, current market demand among collectors. Some of these coins, especially from the years 1985, 1991, 2011, and even 2021, are definitely worth watching out for, especially if they're in pristine condition or feature unusual characteristics. You might be surprised to learn that what looks like just loose change in your pocket could actually be worth far more. In the next part of our guide, we'll dive into specific coin values from online marketplaces, recent auction sales, and give you tips on how to list or sell your valuable coins. We'll also discuss how to build a beginner collection and where to trade coins safely. Where today we're going deeper into real-world examples of how much these coins can sell for, what affects their market value, and how to spot and handle them for maximum collecting or resale potential. If you haven't seen Part 1 yet, we covered the history, key mintage years, coin condition grading, and how to identify valuable errors. So make sure you check that out after this video. Now let's get straight into what you're here for. Actual coin values. One of the most sought-after Australian 10C coins is the Mar 2011 low mintage circulation coin, which, in uncirculated condition, can fetch anywhere between $5 to $25, depending on the buyer and platform. Similarly, the Binch 1985 10-cent coin, especially if found in brilliant uncirculated condition, can sell for $10 to $30. Due to its limited availability in general circulation, most of that year's coins were only available in mint sets, which makes it a challenge to find them loose. The Kane 1991 10-cent coin, another mint set-only issue, is often sold individually for around $15 to $40 if untouched and stored properly. These values may seem modest, but considering it's just a 10C coin, these are significant returns. In fact, collectors who've built full-year sets with these key dates often find their collection value jumps considerably when it includes these tougher-to-source coins. Now, let's talk about error coins. Again, this time with actual examples. A clipped planche 10-cent coin, where a small curved section of the coin is missing due to a mistake in the cutting process, has been sold on auction sites like eBay for as much as $50 to $75. A double strike error. Especially, one where both strikes are clearly visible and offset can command values exceeding $100, depending on how clean and unique the error appears. Another variety you might come across is the rotation error, where the reverse image does not align properly with the obverse when flipped. These coins are usually valued between $20 and $80, depending on the degree of misalignment and the coin's condition. Keep in mind that rarity, visibility of the error, and overall preservation are key in pricing these coins. Now, let's talk about where to sell and evaluate your 10C coins. The most common platform is eBay, where thousands of coins are listed daily. To get an accurate sense of your coin's worth, don't just look at listed prices. Filter your search by sold listings to see what buyers have actually paid. Another option is joining Australian coin collecting groups on Facebook, where private collectors are often more knowledgeable and willing to pay premium prices for specific pieces. You can also take your coins to a numismatic dealer for a professional appraisal, especially if you suspect your coin is worth more than $50 or has a rare error that requires expert authentication. It's worth noting that coins with original mint luster, sharp edge detail, and no signs of cleaning or damage command significantly higher prices. Speaking of cleaning, don't do it. Cleaning a coin, even with gentle soap and water, can lower its value by removing the natural patina that collectors often look for. Now, if you're serious about collecting, investing in coin storage supplies will make a big difference. Plastic 2x2 holders, coin flips, or PVC-free sleeves are essential for long-term storage. You may also want to get a coin folder or album designed specifically for Australian decimal coins, which can help you keep your collection organized and track which years you're still missing. As you build your set, focus on coins from each effigy period, as many collectors aim to complete series by queen portraits, like all Rank Broadley coins from 1999 to 2018, or all Clark portrait coins from 2019 onwards. Another way to build value is by creating sets that feature consecutive years, low mintage editions, and error coin variations. This strategy makes your collection more attractive if you ever choose to sell. Now let's touch on a few key 2020s releases. While most modern 10C coins are minted in high numbers, certain recent years, especially during the COVID period, saw lower distribution due to changes in cash circulation. The 2021 10-cent coin is one to watch closely, even though official mintage numbers are modest compared to previous decades. These coins might become harder to find in circulation as electronic payments continue to dominate. If you're lucky enough to find a 2021 10C in uncirculated condition, set it aside. It may gain value over the next decade. Finally, I want to share a quick tip on how to spot value quickly when coin hunting. When you go through change, flip all your 10-cent coins and line them up by year. Keep a list or print a mintage chart so you can quickly highlight the low mintage and rare ones. Then inspect the edges, weight, and strike quality. If something looks off or too perfect, check it under magnification. It could be an error or a rare variety. Trust your eye and, when in doubt, ask in a community. Australian coin collectors are very active online, and a second opinion can often confirm a coin's rarity or value. So that wraps up part 2 of our value guide. In the next installment, we'll dive into grading photos. Side-by-side comparisons of common versus rare coins and tips on how to get your coin professionally certified if you suspect it's highly valuable. Australian 10-cent coin value guide, where we now focus on grading visuals. The difference between average and premium condition coins and how to determine whether your coin is worth sending for professional certification. This stage is crucial because grading is the dividing line between a coin that sells for $1 and one that might fetch in $50 or more. First, let's clarify what grading really means in everyday collecting terms. Grading evaluates a coin's overall condition, based on wear, strike clarity, and any damage or toning. The standard coin grading scale is the Sheldon scale, which ranges from or poor, P1, to mint state, MS70, all. For most Australian decimal coins, including the 10-cent, grades you'll most often hear are VF, very fine, EF, extremely fine, AU, about uncirculated, and UNC, uncirculated. For example, a 1985 10-cent coin in VF condition, moderate, where with some feather detail on the lyrebird still visible, might only be worth around $51 or $2, while the same coin in UNC condition could be valued at $20 to $30, depending on market demand. Let's talk about uncirculated or mint state coins in more detail. An MS60 coin has no signs of wear, but may have noticeable scratches or dull spots from handling at the mint. At MS65 and above, the coin begins to show sharp, detailed designs, lustrous shine, and no visible contact marks. A high-grade MS67 or MS68 coin, especially from a low mintage year like 2011, is extremely rare and sought after. Such coins are usually slabbed by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC, two of the most respected authorities in numismatics. This brings us to the question, when should you certify a 10C coin? Certification is a paid service, where you send your coin to a grading company and they return it sealed in a tamper-proof plastic slab with a verified grade. This adds market trust and can significantly increase resale value. But grading costs money, typically $30 to $50 per coin, so it's not worth it for every 10-cent piece. Only consider grading if the coin is from a key year, is in pristine condition, and shows potential as a mint state, rarity, or clear error. For example, a 10C coin from 1985 in possible MS66 condition with full luster and no visible flaws could be a strong candidate. Likewise, an error coin like a double strike or rotated die with clear visibility and no damage might benefit from certification, as it allows you to validate its rarity and appeal to high-end collectors. If you're not ready for professional grading but still want to understand your coin's condition better, start by comparing your 10C pieces side by side under a bright LED light or microscope. Examine areas like the All Queen's crown, the detail in the lyrebird's feathers, and the edge rim. Coins with sharp detail, no scratches, no discoloration, and a clear strike-in rate higher. Also, learn to recognize common flaws. Cleaned. Coins may have unnatural shine or fine hairlines, while coins stored in PVC plastic for years may show kasher, green corrosion. These will all lower the grade. Now, let's go over a few real-world comparisons. To sharpen your eye, imagine two 2011 10-cent coins. The first is lightly circulated, with the queen's cheek slightly worn, a few edge nicks, and the lyrebirds. Tail partially faded, that's likely a VF or EF coin worth maybe $2. The second coin has a strong strike, glossy luster, and no wear or fingerprint marks. It's uncirculated and could sell for your $20 or more, or be worth certifying if it passes MS65. Similarly, for error coins, a clipped planchet with just a small bite missing at the rim may only be worth $10. But if the clip is deeper and clean, extending through a letter or number, and the coin is otherwise pristine, it could be worth $50 or more. Coin photography is also a big help. Taking clear, well-lit photos can allow you to get second opinions from collectors online or from forums like Australian Coin Collecting Blog, Reddit's R Coins, or Facebook groups focused on Aussie decimals. Many collectors post photos asking for a grade guess, and while it's not official, crowd consensus can help you decide if it's worth going the extra mile for certification. Another factor that affects value is toning, the natural color change that occurs over time due to exposure to air or humidity. Some collectors love rainbow or golden toning, especially if it's even and smooth across the coin, while others prefer clean, bright finishes. While toning doesn't always add value, dramatic and eye-catching examples on an otherwise high-grade coin can be a big plus. Finally, one often overlooked factor is eye appeal. This refers to how visually attractive the coin is beyond its technical grade. A coin might be MS64, but look better than a MS65 because of sharp strike, luster, and symmetry. Eye appeal can add subjective value, especially when you're selling directly to collectors. So, to sum up Part 3, grading plays a massive role in determining the value of your Australian 10-cent coin. Learning to identify grade levels, spot valuable errors, avoid cleaning, and recognize features like strike strength and toning will help you evaluate whether your coin is a common piece or a standout worth certifying. In Part 4, we'll take a closer look at building a complete collection, how to organize it for display or resale, and tips for finding rare 10-cent coins in circulation today. For beginners and seasoned collectors alike, having a plan is key to keeping your collection focused and meaningful. A great place to start is by collecting one coin from every year as of issue, beginning with the first 10C coin from 1966. This classic decimal issue features the original Arnold machine portrait of Queen Elizabeth II and remains a staple in most collections. From there, aim to complete each decade, 1970s, 80s, 90s, and so on, paying special attention to low mintage or mint set-only years, like 1985, 1986, 1991, and 2011. Creating a year set gives you a clear collecting goal and helps Identify which coins are harder to find or may cost more to acquire. You can also organize your collection by e-portrait era: Machine, 1966-1984, Makloof, 1985-1998, Rank Broadly, 1999-2018, and Clark, 2019-present. This format is popular among collectors who want to track the visual and historical changes across decades. Some collectors go even deeper and build sets of coins from each year in graded condition tiers, like VF, EF, and UNC, to show progression and comparison. No matter which method you choose, using a coin album or folder is highly recommended. These albums often come pre-labeled with each year and help protect the coins from wear, dust, and moisture while allowing for easy display and tracking. Look for albums made from PVC-free materials, as PVC can damage coins over time. Alternatively, 2x2 cardboard holders and/or plastic flips are excellent for labeling coins with details like year, condition, and any special notes, such as low mintage or possible error. For rare coins, consider using airtight capsules and storing them in a coin box or lockable case. Digital tools are also a great addition to modern collecting. Use a spreadsheet or coin collecting app to log each coin's details: year, mint mark if applicable, condition, value estimate, and where you sourced it. This not only keeps your collection organized, but also helps you quickly identify gaps or track value changes over time. If you're on a budget, start by coin hunting from Pocket Change, asking friends and family to check their coins, or exchanging small amounts at banks to sort through larger quantities. Searching through coin rolls from Banksut, also known as roll hunting, is a popular and affordable method to find circulated coins, and you'd be surprised how many collectors have stumbled across valuable errors or low mintage coins this way. When roll hunting, bring a magnifying glass and flashlight to help spot potential finds on the go. Now let's talk about upgrading your collection. Once you've found a coin from a key year, you can always try to replace it with one in better condition later. This process of upgrading helps you slowly increase the overall quality and value of your collection over time. Keep an eye out for coin fairs, local numismatic shows, or online auctions where you might come across better examples. Also, trading with other collectors is a great way to both fill gaps and connect with the community. Consider joining a local coin club or participating in online coin swap groups where you can exchange duplicates or spare coins for the ones you're missing. These groups often include experienced collectors who are happy to share tips, help you grade your coins, or alert you to new finds in the market. Now, let's touch on thematic or specialty collections. Beyond traditional year sets, you might enjoy focusing on particular varieties, like all-era coins, coins with doubling, rotated dies, or clipped planchets. You could also specialize in a short series, such as all coins from the year 2001, or only Queen Elizabeth II obverses. Another interesting angle is tracking how metal composition and minting technology have evolved over the decades. For instance, while the 10-cent coin's composition has remained mostly consistent, 75% copper and 25% nickel, subtle differences in finish and strike quality do appear between decades and mint facilities. Finally, if you're looking to sell your collection, organizing it into themes or sets can help increase its value. Buyers are often more interested in a complete set or well-curated group than in random individual coins. Take clear photos, note condition and key details, and consider getting especially rare or high-grade coins appraised or graded if you plan to sell them individually. Whether you're collecting for fun, for profit, or both, keeping your collection organized, protected, and well-documented is the key to long-term success and enjoyment. So to recap, building a 10-cent coin collection is about more than just finding the coins. It's about how you store, track, display, and enhance your collection over time. In the final part of our series, Part 5, We'll talk about spotting fake or altered coins, KR, reviewing your recent market trends, and how to avoid common mistakes that new collectors make. Avoid buying it unless it's certified by a reputable grading service, like PCGS or NGC. This is especially important when buying online, where photos can be deceptive. Ask for close-ups, check seller ratings, and compare with authenticated examples. A good tip: use the mirror test. Real coins should reflect details cleanly under a bright light, and the font, spacing, and rim design should match known genuine coins from the same year. Now let's dive into current market trends. The demand for Australian 10-cent coins has grown in recent years, especially due to the increased interest in decimal coin collecting and the rising popularity of coin hunting videos and Facebook groups. Coins like the 2011 low mintage issue, the 1985 and 1991 mint set years, and certain error varieties continue to perform well in online auctions. Even coins from recent years, like 2020 and 2021, are beginning to see traction due to low circulation numbers during the pandemic era. However, coin markets are cyclical. Values can spike due to media attention or collector interest and then stabilize once supply meets demand. That's why it's important to stay connected to collector communities, forums, and auction sites to keep an eye on price trends. Look at sold listings on eBay rather than just asking prices. And follow pages like the Australian Coin Collecting blog or reputable numismatic groups. Another factor influencing value is the increasing use of digital payments, which means fewer coins are circulating in general. That makes certain years harder to find, especially for young collectors who haven't handled much change. This reduced circulation can drive up interest in more recent issues that appear rarely in pockets or tills. Now, let's address common beginner mistakes that can derail your collecting journey. The biggest one by far is cleaning coins. It can't be said enough. Cleaning a coin almost always decreases its value. Scratches, unnatural shine, and the removal of toning or patina are all signs a coin has been altered, and collectors will pay far less for it. Always handle coins by the edges, use cotton gloves if possible, and avoid rubbing, soaking, or using chemicals to make them look better. Another common mistake is hoarding every coin without focus. Instead of accumulating hundreds of coins of the same year and condition, develop a collecting strategy, such as year sets, error sets, or portrait runs, and work toward specific goals. This makes the hobby more enjoyable and your collection more valuable. Also, not labeling or documenting your collection second can lead to confusion down the line. If you ever plan to sell, having accurate records of each coin's year, mintage, condition, and any special notes can increase buyer confidence and help you get the price you deserve. Label your flips, use spreadsheets or apps, and back up your data digitally. Let's also touch briefly on selling your coins. Many new collectors jump straight to eBay without realizing that timing, presentation, and wording can drastically affect results. Always include high-resolution photos, accurate condition notes, and start with realistic pricing. Include keywords like low mintage, uncirculated, or error coin if applicable. And if a coin is certified, highlight that prominently. You can also consider selling through numismatic dealers, Facebook groups, or at coin shows, venues, where buyers are more knowledgeable and often willing to pay fair prices. Finally, remember that coin collecting is about patience and passion. Some of the most valuable finds come unexpectedly, through change at a cafe, a forgotten coin jar, or a family member's collection. Don't rush the process. Take time to learn, engage with other collectors, and enjoy the stories behind each coin. Whether you're collecting for fun, investment, or both, The journey itself is what makes this hobby so rewarding. And that brings us to the end of our Australian 10-cent coin value guide. If you followed all 5 parts, you now have a strong foundation in identifying, grading, collecting, protecting, and valuing 10-cent coins. We hope this series has helped you see just how fascinating even the smallest coin can be. If you enjoyed this, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more numismatic content, and leave a comment below sharing your best 10-cent coin find. We love hearing your stories. Thanks again for watching, and as always, happy collecting, and may your next 10-cent coin be a rare gem in disguise.